Last Sunday's Eifel Grand Prix was an important milestone for both Renault and their driver Daniel Ricciardo, as they were finally able to break their long streak without a podium. Some have in the past suggested that Renault shouldn't have gone for a driver of Ricciardo's calibre before they had become competitive. The team's managing director Cyril Abiteboul has now responded. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, did Renault sign Ricciardo a year too early? Abiteboul began by stressing on how important this podium is to them. It is important for the team, for Daniel and for me. There was a lot of doubt on both sides before he came to drive for us. Now we've shown that it was the right choice and we've silenced critics. It's clearly a very emotional moment. It's a great feeling. That podium may not be the end of everything and the ultimate target of our journey in F1. In particular, the result that manufacturers want. We want more than that, but there always needs to be a first. He then spoke about how this was a first for many in the team and how they need to make it a habit going forward. Most of the people who have joined the team are young people who have never experienced the emotion of winning or even being on the podium. So we need to take that and we need to make them addicts to success for them to develop more, to build more success. He then reflected on whether signing Ricciardo last season was the right choice. Last year was disappointing. It may have been a year too early, but we had to seize the opportunity to hire a driver like Daniel. I still think we made the right decision. He signed off by praising Daniel Ricciardo for his contributions. The team wouldn't have been the same without Daniel. It's been a painful year and we are in a much better position in the end, this season and the next. That's what Daniel is capable of. Fast feed. F1 CEO Chase Carey has pointed out that most sports, when they've talked about changes, the hardcore fans resist change. He therefore added, you have to be careful that you don't gimmick up the sport, that you're recognising the importance of history and the importance of what has made this sport special. However, he also feels they should not let that become a straitjacket that doesn't enable you to consider changes that may truly enhance the sport for fans. Nürburgring spokesperson Alexander Gerhard has revealed that the Eifel Grand Prix proved economically worthwhile for them. Therefore, if it is possible to keep Formula One back under the conditions they set, then they would like to do that in the future. James Vowles, the chief strategist at Mercedes, has confirmed they used DAS more than ever this weekend during the Eifel Grand Prix. He also thinks that it's fair to say DAS was a contributing factor to why their restart was so good and really came into its own this weekend. Cyril Abiteboul has admitted that Red Bull's owner Dietrich Mateschitz knows Renault CEO Luca De Meo, so maybe there will be some discussions going on there. He further thinks that Red Bull are still trying to take stock and understand the options, and when the time comes they will look at what the regulations allow them to do. Chase Carey feels that his successor Stefano Domenicali brings a balance and certainly an even-keeled personality that can navigate through what at times can be a very noisy situation. Former F1 driver turned analyst Jolyon Palmer agrees that for Renault there will be frustrations that Ricciardo is leaving at the end of the season. However, any disappointment is tempered by the identity of the driver with whom they are replacing Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso. Former F1 driver turned commentator Martin Brundle pointed out that Ferrari Sebastian Vettel had another race to forget with a clumsy spin once again, racing amongst the Alfa Romeos with a similar power unit and a fraction of the budget. He further gave his analysis that Ferrari are showing more absolute pace, particularly in Leclerc's hands, but that's not translating into faster race stints yet as they tear up their tyres. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner is keen to finish the season on a positive momentum, having sort of understood quite a few of the issues they had so far. Racing Point's technical director Andrew Green doesn't know where Ferrari get that pace from on a Saturday afternoon. And he also added that come Sunday, they're a good half a second behind Racing Point, which is very strange. Should F1 as a sport be more open to change? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.